For this episode, I have to say that it goes with the title, Saving What You Love. And we have two, maybe three separate cases, and two of them are sort of related, with Popstep and her people wanting to save, like, the concert and stuff, because this is kind of something they want to do to progress their own career paths, as well as the fact that they don't want to let down the people that came there to basically see a concert, a entertainment. So it's saving what they personally love, something in a more, like, wholesome-ish way. And then you have Knuckleduster, who has to fight the bee user that is possessing his daughter's body. And he has to fight with everything he has. Because if he falters even for a second, that spells his defeat and his daughter not being freed. And that is saving what he loves in a more physical sense of impending danger. But I'll get to his part, because his part is literally the A plot in this little episode, in my opinion, of course. We have obviously the B plot with Koichi coming into the factor, which is him saving what Popstep wants to do. She wants to be, well, a big idol. So he uses his crawler persona to get, like, the microphone in order to have her speak with the audience, keep them kind of entertained-ish, all the while Captain Celebrity is used to quickly gather, like, stuff in order for them to power back everything, at least in their little area, so the concert may continue. And while that's going on, Popstep addresses the audience and she sings. Like, she gives it her all to sing and entertain. So she is the current entertainment, and honestly, her singing is not bad. I'm genuinely kind of dumbfounded that some of them kind of imply, I guess, that it's bad. I don't know. I think Popstep did an amazing job, and that also goes to the voice actress of Popstep, so pretty damn well job. But moving on from that portion of stuff, they all get into the stage and everyone does essentially the spectacular thing of it, which draws the attention of Aizawa because he had defeated the student, or not the student, the fan of Popstep, because he became like this giant ass eel. And well, he was kind of, I guess you could say, impressed. Like, he kind of is like, oh, they managed to get that thing going. And then he notices that one of the bees was, like, stinging, like, or not, yeah, it stinged onto the eel boy. And, I mean, he was kind of, at first, hesitant that this is, like, pumping him up with possible drugs and stuff, more of the trigger. But no, it's, like, draining. Like, he does try to catch the bee, but it gets away. He obviously reports this to the detective, because this is important information. And then he allows this fan to basically enjoy the concert. He kind of puzzled it two and two together that he desperately wanted to be there. And he allowed them to have honestly a good time, which is honestly pretty chill for Aizawa to do something like that. But hey, Aizawa's a cool guy. Now, moving on from all the wholesome stuff, because I assume you want my thoughts on the Knuckleduster versus the bee user. And oh my god, this is amazing. I like the fact that once she is cornered, like, it's basically, well, fuck it. I didn't want it to harm this body, but I guess I gotta start doing shit. And then, like, is able to, like, Knuckleduster is an intimidating guy. Like, dude is crazy enough to outwit and punch his own daughter if it means to save her. And dude is taking drugs, has a bunch of dangerous equipment. He has stuff for, like, medical reasons, because it obviously implies that he's gonna heal her up after the beatdown he gives the body. But, like, he nearly got himself killed when the bee user manages to actually land a hit on him with electricity, so he basically, his heart gets stopped. But then he manages to reset his heart, which put him back into the fight, because she was about to ruin the concert. And yeah, I mean, dude is giving it his all. And I like the fact that we backtrack, gives us the flashback of more or less how his daughter ended up being, well, possessed by this bee user, because the bee user was hopping from body to body. And clearly it's just causing so much destruction to people's lives. And the fact of the matter is, Knuckleduster had an argument with his daughter. His wife is there trying to obviously mediate and stuff, but he doesn't like that she is playing the guitar, I guess, which makes me now rethink all of the moments he and Popstep had, because I'm almost thinking that he's treating not only her but Koichi in a way that he kind of wished he treated his daughter, like supportive, there for them. Even the lesson he basically told Koichi's mom about having to let their children kind of fly and to be there to catch them when they fall, it almost feels like this is a lesson he had to learn after everything essentially went to shit, because, you know, his daughter got possessed and then obviously attacked his wife and him, and it's a mess. But having the fact that he doesn't want it to end in such a bad way, and he wants to save his daughter, which he manages to, like, he manages to stop the heart of his daughter's body's, stop the heart. And this kind of forces all the bees to kind of just all go all over the place, because, well, the queen is basically going to die, and it's kind of a dying hive at that point. So he does manage to take out the queen, which, I mean, god dang, this thing looks gross. It blows the shit out of it. And yeah, he's going off to revive his daughter and essentially make sure that she actually does survive this whole ordeal. But what interests me is that some random ass guy is able to just come into the scene, grab one of the bees, and essentially kind of monologue in the sense about how, oh look, the hive has now become just one, and kind of saying like the whole experiment stuff. So I am kind of curious what the hell he's on about. I mean, it's more obvious than not that he is the next villain for next season, because there's no way that things are going to end just like this. But yeah, honestly, 10 out of 10. Like, this was a very heartfelt episode, especially the fact that it's all set up from the very beginning, that he's looking for the bee user, he's looking for the whole trigger stuff, and that we eventually get the whole confirmation about his daughter being a villain. But then it's like, no, it's her being possessed by bees, considering what happened to one of the other students. It all connected to this one big moment. Now, do I think this is the end of Knuckleduster's story? I doubt it, because I have a sneaky feeling that the whole trigger stuff is somewhat still related to his big core character. But the biggest part about, like, his daughter, I think, like, that was like 75% of his story that is concluded. So we got the 25%, which is now the whole trigger stuff, and obviously now a new villain involved. But overall, 10 out of 10, just perfect.